We looking good, fellas. We're looking good.
Right.
We'll be ready whenever you guys are.
And I get to look back at my 60s.
That's how you was when you was on the ground.
That's what, yeah. Eyes closed, sleep.
What's the name of this one?
How black people try to make fun of your trauma.
Oh. This is called How Black People Try to Make Fun of Your
Yeah,
Trauma.
black people make fun of your
You say,
trauma.
yeah, she got hit by that bus, but you alive. You okay. You limp, but you know, that's, thank God for the
Yeah,
limp.
you had to cut a couple toes off, but you is here.
It's the Bishop.
And Oz, how you doing?
Glad to be back once again.
How you doing? We is back.
Yeah, we are out a little tired.
I'm tired. I'm wild for perfect. I believe you tired.
Well, I'm just fine. I'm feeling real good right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just glad that you are here with us one more time.
Yes.
And we always appreciate you taking out your time to watch our episodes. Not only do you watch them, but you like them, you share them, you comment on them,
And subscribe.
and they subscribe.
Amen.
You see? And we just appreciate that. So
Yes.
thank you. And if we thank you by faith, thank you for what you're about to do right now.
Yes.
But today, I believe we have a good topic. Our topic on today is how to handle difficult conversations. And so you probably saying, well, what is a difficult conversation? Pretty much, I would say a difficult conversation is a conversation that you don't really want to have,
Mm-hmm.
but it's necessary.
Yeah.
And so some of the conversations that I came up with, one conversation I think is hard that I used to hate to talk about is death.
Yeah.
You know, people want to talk about their arrangements. I don't want to hear about that. I want to talk about that, but how important it is that you have those conversations. Have a conversation about making a will. Do you have a will?
Yeah.
You know, and it's not that we're trying to talk about that because we want to be morbid, but we're talking about that because after you go, there has to be a plan to go forward.
Yeah.
And I think there a lot of us don't do that because we don't want to have that conversation, and then that messes up our family once we're gone.
Yeah.
You know, asking about insurance. You know, you deal with insurance.
Yeah.
Do you have insurance? I don't want to talk about stuff like that. Well,
Yeah, it gotta be talked about.
you pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Be stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With all your bills and all this other stuff. But because it don't make you comfortable right now, we can't have that conversation.
Yeah.
That's no good. And so, like I said, it's important, I think, to take our time to have these conversations, because if you don't, not only does it affect your next to you, but it can affect a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not only that, but one conversation I think is kind of difficult to have is sex.
Well, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
On the level, I would say, the level that it hit me was talking to our young people about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
How do you break that to them? You know, they're in nowadays elementary school.
Sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Middle school, and you got to sit there and have this conversation.
Mm-hmm. But it's needed. It's necessary, man. And I mean, I'm just gonna be a little bit transparent. When I had the talk with my kids, I just told them, you are gonna have these feelings. You are gonna have these emotions. All me and your mom are asking is that you come and talk to us about it before you go to some other kid that don't know as much as you don't know, and talk to them. You know, don't try to self-explore it, and then that's how kids get addicted to porn and all other stuff. Go talk to your parents about it. Yes, it's a difficult conversation.
Yeah.
It really is, but man, that is your best source to talk about that, is to go to your parents. Because man, these kids out here talking to each other about this stuff, or that stuff they done seen or witnessed on a TV show, or I don't know, walked in on somebody mistakenly and then think they know what it is and what it's all about, and they do not know.
Somebody big brother told them something.
Yeah.
Or their
They
cousin.
heard somebody talking inappropriately, and now they think they got all the just about it, and you don't.
You know. And I would rather the information come from the parent than it come from the school.
Hello. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like you said, some perverted source that's not going to tell them the real meaning behind all of it. You know, and I know, I mean, listen, like I said, it's an uncomfortable conversation, but I really don't think you need to be passing the buck to nobody else. I think the mother and the father's responsibility is to educate their children about that, because if they go and explore it and find out for themselves, it's going to be bad business.
And another part of that, if you don't know how to educate your kid on sex, then educate yourself on how to educate them.
Yeah.
And to me, that brings us to a point that I want to bring up about how to handle difficult conversations. Is nothing wrong with preparation. To take time out and think about what you want to say.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So in these difficult conversations, take time to prepare. Get some. You got to write some stuff down on some cue cards, some questions or whatever. Write it down.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's healthy communication.
I agree.
Yeah. So.
And I mean, because sometimes going off the fly, people don't know what to say. And really, especially when you deal with young people, they ask questions like out of the so there's some things you may not be able to prepare for, but don't go in there with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of a plan on what you're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, you're the one guy in the conversation and not it just some willy-nilly crazy stuff that just off the wall, but okay, this is what we're going to talk about. This is the parameter we're talking. And if they happen to veer from that, they could veer from it for a while, but you always can bring them back to this is the purpose of the conversation. Yeah. And so I think, but yeah, sex is another. And okay, let's go sex again. Woo! Sex amongst, not say it like this, amongst married people. Because see, some of y'all won't say sex in relationships. No, because I'm not going to, I ain't even got to do it.
Yeah, because you already know.
I ain't got to do it. Sex amongst married people. I think that's very important.
Yes.
To discuss what are some good things, what are some bad things, what are some likes, what are some dislikes. You know.
You better have that conversation with your spouse.
Yeah, I need to know. Because you thinking you just all that, and they sitting there talking about, I wish they only knew.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're not talking or you're not communicating it, then, I mean, things are going to keep going the way they're going because you won't open up your mouth and say, I don't like this, or I want this, or I want that. I think it's very important that both individuals are happy in a relationship, and the only way that's going to happen is you have to communicate what you like and what you don't.
And you got to actively listen to what the person wants.
Yeah. You
got to, man. You gotta pay attention. You just can't be half in, staying off into the corner or looking at TV while this person trying to talk to. We have to purposely actively listen to what the person is saying to us.
So you said be present.
Oh yeah, got to be, man.
Got to be present.
Got to be.
And again, like you said, you can't be on your phone. So yeah. Give them the automated answers.
How interesting would the show be if we got to talking about a different conversation? I'm sitting there like, yeah, I will. Oh yeah. Preparation. Yeah. Okay. It would make the conversation interesting, or what you want to engage in, because you know the person's not engaging in what you're saying. So, hey man, got to do it.
And when you love somebody enough, you really want to hear what they got to say.
Yeah. And listen to, not to attack.
Yeah. Just listen to take in so that you can grow. Because ultimately, as a couple, you want to grow. And in order to do that, again, there has to be some difficult conversations, especially in that area, that you have to have. Because again, we don't know what the experience has been before y'all got together. There may be some things that you think is the greatest that may cause trauma in the other individual, and you need to know, okay, I can't do that, or I shouldn't say that, or you know what I'm saying? You need to know this stuff.
Yeah.
If you really want this to be the best time for everybody, y'all need to have that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Do you really? How was it for you? I know that's that's kind of. How was it? Are you okay? Is everything okay with you? And I mean, and look them in their face. You know what I'm saying? Are you okay? Is everything are you pleased?
Yep. Hello? Hey. and you gotta be empathetic to that, man, because they might not say, no, I really didn't enjoy it. And you got to step out and you can't go just run straight to your field. Well, no.
I did my best.
You know, wait a minute now. These are the conversations that a lot of people maybe don't talk about it because they are difficult, because you want to be able to please your spouse.
Yeah.
Always. Every time y'all engage in that, you want to be able to please your spouse. But all the time ain't the case.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just you walking away with the please, and they looking like, I don't know what just happened and why we did this, but here we are.
Just wasted my time. That's horrible, but it's
That's
real.
horrible, but that's real.
It's real.
That is the real, man.
While we're in relationships, another thing that I think is difficult for people to talk about is finance.
Mm-hmm.
Finance is something that a lot of couples struggle with.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to deal with financial issues.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's good with spending money. Somebody's bad with spending money. I'm a saver. I'm not a saver. I love to shop. I'm frugal. That needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be discussed before you get married.
Yeah, I do.
I need to know what kind of shopper are you. I need to know what, if we had $5, what do you think we're gonna do with this $5? Are we gonna go to Wendy's or McDonald's, or are we gonna save it, or are we gonna get a loaf of bread?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And then save the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to know that kind of stuff, because you get in that relationship and they look at the bank account and say, we got $10,000. We can go to Barbados.
Yeah.
We don't have nowhere to live. And you out there trying to be on the island. You know what I'm saying? For a 3-day vacation.
And then another thing about that, when you're having these conversations, these hard conversations, it's try to stay calm.
Yeah.
Try to stay calm. Focus on the solution. Be direct in what you're saying, but be respectful.
Yeah.
And set some boundaries, because some of the hard conversations can come with insults. You know what I mean? And the purpose of this hard conversation is not to insult each other and not to put each other down. It's to get to the focus of the solution, so that we can fix whatever this difficult conversation is.
Because you would not get a solution when somebody's in attack mode.
Yeah, exactly.
If you are in attack mode, it's no longer a conversation, now it's a fight.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And it needs to be a conversation. If I feel like I'm being talked at or talked down to, we no longer having a conversation, because now I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
And if I feel like I got to defend myself when I talk to you, it's never a conversation.
No.
And so you have to be so very careful. You may be that one person that, well, when I talk a little more forceful. Well, you need to work on that.
Yeah, some tone is important.
Yeah,
tone is important.
Man, you just can't sit there and I didn't expect somebody to be like, yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to watch how you deliver.
Yeah.
What you're saying. If we were sitting there yelling at y'all the whole time, I don't think we had nobody watching this show.
Yeah.
But it's a way that you deliver things, the way you say things in a respectful tone that will cause somebody else to hear you and then want to do what you're talking about. But if you present yourself as a irrational, upset person all the time, you shouldn't have to worry. Your stuff ain't gonna get done.
Nope.
So
and nobody ain't listening.
No.
Soon as that tone come out wrong, they just shut off. They just shut off their ears.
Yeah. Because I already know you angry.
Yep.
And it's gonna be, I did it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault, and
yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. It should be a conversation between two people. And when I tell people, and it ain't a tennis match where I'm trying to debate you and you hitting back and you, no, it shouldn't be none of that. It should be a conversation to where we're both taking in, we're both evaluating, and then we both can come together and come up with a solution.
Yeah.
But
And all my ideas ain't gonna be the best, and all yours ain't gonna be the best, and then we just gotta sit down and hash this thing out in a respectful and adult manner. But and we don't always do that. We just two kids fussing over a ball, and all we concerned about is it my ball? No, it's my ball. No, let's figure out how we can both play with this ball, and both have a good time and be a good company to each other in this thing. And sometimes that conversation is hard.
Yeah,
sometimes it is hard. So.
Another conversation that's difficult to talk about is the future, the future plans. Because I may think that the Bishop and Oz need to go to Australia.
Oh, now you trying to fight.
He wanted the Bishop and Oz to go deer hunting.
Jamaica.
I could go to Jamaica too. You know what I'm saying? And having that conversation, it can't be, well, I don't care what you say.
Yeah,
this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
No, okay, I need to understand, well, why don't you want to go?
Yeah. Why don't I want to go? What's your disagreements about it? Can we meet somewhere in the middle? But, most of the time when we have these conversations, it's just, no, you're going to see it all my way,
right.
No way at all.
Yeah.
And then the other person is the same way. Well, we're not finding solutions.
Yeah.
You just trying to self-preservate.
Yeah.
Well, I want it all to be my way. If it ain't all my way, then it can't be right.
My way or the highway.
Yeah. And most folks choose the highway.
Yeah, they'll be out there.
Thumb out.
Hitchhiking.
He be out there talking about here to Australia with a sign.
Good night, mate. Because I'm going. But that's not how, in a friendship, a relationship, it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a two-way street, and you ought to be, if you care about the person enough, you're open up to hear what they have to say and to take it in and to do something about what they said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it may be, okay, well, we can't go. Maybe it'd have to be an individual trip. But I now understand why you don't want to go. And it's just not. You just stupid.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Don't call folk out their names.
Ooh.
Because you don't agree with them. You know what I'm saying? You berating them, calling them out. That's juvenile stuff.
Hello.
That is juvenile. Because I don't like what you said and I got to call you dumb, stupid, or call you out your name. No, because you don't want nobody calling you out your name.
Yeah.
So you ought to stay respectful in every conversation that you have. I don't care who you talking to, even talking to a kid.
Yeah.
You stay respectful.
Yeah.
You want them to respect you, but you don't want to give no respect.
Because kids don't reserve respect.
You know what I'm saying?
What did you do?
But you want them to respect you.
Hello.
But they learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't see you giving nothing, why would they give you?
That's right.
But if we could be good models, role models, I think, yeah. Anyways,
yeah.
The last thing I would say is make sure we do follow up.
Yeah.
Make sure we do follow up. After we have these difficult conversations, follow up and just make sure that everybody understands what was said, and let's see how we are progressing. Are we going forward? Or is anything getting done? And I'm gonna tell the truth on me. I hate difficult conversations. I don't want to have these conversations. I'm like, oh God, one of the worst things I used to see is we need to talk. I just be like, just throw the whole day away. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't want it.
I don't want to talk.
I don't want it.
And I don't even know what the conversation about.
It could be about having a birthday party. So I don't want to talk.
When I heard the words we need to talk, it was just like, oh God. Why? Don't make it so where when it's time to talk, it's always something negative. Yeah. Have conversations when it's good stuff too.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
When I hear we need to talk, I ain't always automatically thinking what I do wrong. Yeah. It could be we need to talk. We going to the amusement park. We plan a vacation. Because I'm trying to tell you, if it's always feel like it's something negative, people gonna shut off because I'm a witness. Then you shut off, you shut down, and there's one person talking, and you just like, well, that'd be safe. Yep. And we don't want that. Anyways, we could keep going, but I think we're gonna stop right there. Have your difficult conversation. Yeah. With whoever you got to talk to, be it a spouse, be it a child, be it a parent. Have those conversations.
Be in your past. Oh. Might have to have a difficult conversation. Oh my God. I'm preaching to myself.
My God.
But it got to happen. These conversations got to happen, man.
It has to.
Because you can't sit there and walk around mad and speculating on what we think somebody else is thinking or acting or the reason why they do stuff. We got to get out there and talk to it, man. And if we gonna be people of God, then hey, we got to have a hard conversation. And we got to go in there with the right mind, with the right spirit, with the right attitude in order to have these conversations.
Because ain't none of us mind readers.
None of us.
And if we had a class on it, we all flunk.
Bad.
Because you sitting there looking at me, I know what you're thinking. You don't know where I am in my mind.
Even with a spouse you've been with for over 20 years, you ain't gonna know everything they thinking, and every action don't mean this, and everything they say don't mean that.
Nope.
Get to the heart of why this person said what they said or acted the way they act. And then that's that way you will know. So
Bingo. I hope that you've heard something in this episode that has helped you, encouraged you to go and have that different conversation. If you need some more help, some more advice, we are here to give you what we got. Now, we ain't no experts in none of this. We just give you our opinion, but we're willing to give you some more of our opinion if you ask for it. But I think it's necessary to have some of those conversations, and don't be afraid. Because you know what? So, and there are times when you have those difficult conversations, it lifts something off you. It makes you lighter when you finally know the information that you need to know. And I think that's what we want for you. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know if this has blessed you, and any other episodes that you're looking for us to do, please make sure that you put that out there too. I think this is it. As always, it's the Bishop.
And I'll
catch you next time.
This is the Bishop.